if ESC can come out on top of unu.AiN. It looks like they have some problems at the moment, being down 7-3. ESC, of course, have been on DreamHack Winter. They did a good job on there. And from there on, they just build up. They are really doing a good job. They can be even stronger in the future if they stick together and maybe get some coaching going on. For example, that's a new element in CSGO that makes a lot of teams supposedly stronger. For example, Hellraisers with Blade behind them did a fairly good job on DreamHack Winter as well. Then NIP with Peter. Kazat now for iNation just recently got added to iNation. And let's see where coaching will take CSGO in the future. Of course, there's a lot coming up in 2015. One of those tournaments is, of course, the FACEIT Spring League 2015, which you are watching the qualifier of. You see on the CT side on Overpass, not looking too strong right now, as unu.AiN are once again allowed an entry to the B bomb side. And they will probably plant the bomb. Look at that strafing skill by SMF, dodging the bullets of Innocent, Matrix style coming out of those Danish squads. Sanden and Rallen will exchange frags. The CTs are retaking the bomb site rather swiftly. Good looking retake there by ESC. Hunden will just hide away with his 3 HP. He can't really do anything else except for holding on to his AK. And the CTs are fighting their way back into this half. 4 more rounds to go. And the opportunity for the Polish side to get back to an 8-7 scoreline. Now let's take a look at the scoreboard and see that Rallen is on top of his squad with 11 frags, 9 for Mouse. On the other side we have 10 for MSL and 8 for SMF and a Cillian. And in my opinion, the tier 2 section of the game is really close right now, and I'm really curious who will come out on top of that whole bunch of teams that are so close. They are trading blows back and forth. Basically, once you see that team coming out on top, then the other team wins and all that. It is just turning around. For example, Orbit and unu.AiN are 2 teams that are basically the same skill. And we just see Orbit losing against unu.AiN in a 16-13 match on Season. And now we have ESC against unu.AiN having trouble again. We just saw Mousebots against TTC with a really close scoreline of 16-13. And there are more German teams coming up on the occasion, as we just had, well, not a real German team, but the Turkish squad of the Space Soldiers being formed. Will be another team that might make a few tier 2 teams sweat. And yeah, Penta rebolstered their squad. Mousesports overhauled their squad as well. And look at SMF with that inching shot on the last pixel of the head. He still puts down Rallen and leaves Sparrow on a 1v1, and oh my god, he misses the peak. He expected Sparrow to just go in and fake the bomb defuse. Then SMF expected Sparrow to make his move, and SMF actually went for the 50-50 chance, and he chose the wrong color to put all his chips on, and he lost the game of poker. 5-7 now. ESC not giving up. It is the Shoutcaster's curse. And there is Miniz with a double kill of his AWP and wounding one player down to less than 50 HP. Cillian gets the refrag, but then it's dropped by Innocent. And Rallen will finish the job 6-7. What a start for Miniz with the AWP. Having everybody lined up in this very narrow channel of the sewer. But unu.AiN should have known better. They should have waited maybe or flashed in. They went for the straight B attack. I have talked about that earlier on already when I said those desperate measures are sometimes unexpectedly expected, if you know what I mean. And there goes the terrorist opening, but Sparrow is there with aggressive play in middle. He puts on Hunden and MSL and drops the bomb as well. ESC now has 3 players on the A bomb site, or on the front of the A bomb site, and only Funds and SMF to fight against to make it a 7-7 scoreline. And there is Mouse with a kill onto Funds to expose the very least bit of his head. SMF with the AWP will try to hold on to that for the next round, but there's still 1 minute on the clock and the CTs now know where he's at, and they are coming in from every direction. Sparrow and Innocent are there already, and Innocent will close him out. 7-7. ESC is really coming back into this game. Punish me. Lying. As always, I join a game, I see a scoreline, I say, okay, this looks not as entertaining as I expected, and then unu.AiN kind of slip away. But 7 rounds on the terrorist side is more than good enough for unu.AiN to build up on the CT side. And now another double tag. No, not actually a double tag, but Minis with a really nicely lined up shot. Then gets refragged, and he should avoid being refragged in those situations. But wow, that was once again really quick. Innocent and Rallen with 2 frags each put ESC up 8-7. And they have won every single round since I joined. Is this a Shoutcaster's curse, or isn't it? And those have been rifle rounds throughout the whole time for unu.AiN. They still couldn't figure out a way to overcome the CTs. Now let's see what ESC is able to do with the pistol round there. If they win it, they could make unu.AiN hit a really hard spot and make it 11-7. But MSL is there with the aggressive play of the CZ75 on B short, puts down Mouse, makes it a 4v5 situation. But we have the terrorists coming in to the A bomb site already. Funds in a hard spot to defend his teammate. He can't do that. Sparrow puts him down. Funds still gets out on top of Sparrow with a headshot, but the bomb gets planted. It is a 3v4 retake situation. And now Funds lets his teammate Hunden take point. Actually catches a few bullets as Rylan gets the better of Hunden. MSL puts down Innocent. MSL with another one of his USPS. Great heads-up play to exchange a weapon. And the CTs will smoke off the bomb. Minis is the last man standing on the terror side. Look at him moving through the smoke, but he can't finish off the bomb planter in time. Even though he got 2 kills on the board. Funds gets him killed at the last second of the round when the timer was running out. unu.AiN will defuse the bomb in all that fuss that they were caught in and make it 8-8, drawing that game. And now they are back in the driving seat against their Polish counterparts. Hunden and SMF open up this round nicely together with MSL. No trouble for them on the B bomb side. Rallen is the last man standing with the bomb in his back, but no one to hang on to, and a load of CTs right next to him. He gets a first frag onto SMF, who was low nonetheless. And now, well, he loses the majority of his HP. There's not much that he can do anyway. As the CTs know where he's at, they hold onto their positions. However, Funds and Cillian will just keep watching their positions and let their teammates work. Complete trust in the teammates is of course something that a lot of young CSGO teams still need to learn. As sometimes you kind of think, well, I need to take it in my hands now. I need to be the player to make that play. But sometimes it's just better to keep your teammates, to just let them work and let them have their fair share. And that's what unu.AiN were doing. They just held their positions, they relied on each other, and like that they didn't lose another player to Rallen, who was alone. Now, ESC lost 2 players. They were lagging, they said. And they have 3 minutes to come back to the server, so let's keep our fingers crossed that this pause won't be as long as the pauses that we have experienced on Orbit against unu.AiN. And it looks like unu.AiN is the squad to be cursed with the pausing. And, yeah. Now we got information, they have lost the connection and they can't actually rejoin the server. Something that I've been waiting for. Let's see what Mouse Sports is probably waiting for their opponent. And we have LGB against T Honor Red still going on. So let's check that out again. Switch the overlay. As always, I want to avoid showing the IP to the public. And oh, is this really 15 to 15? No, it wasn't overtime in LGB against... Oh my god, did LGB come back from that scoreline? That was just insane. So in this game that I will show you. Hey Scepter! So in this game that you see on your screen right now, we had a server crash and a really long pause, so I decided to stay away from that game completely. And I didn't expect LGB to come back from that halftime score of 8-7 in favor of ex-Copenhagen Wolves, yeah. Oh well, the overlay gets mixed up, so... was it 8-7 in favor of... Well, 8-7 is a close scoreline, no matter how you put it. It is too weak for a CT side on Inferno, and I didn't expect LGB to come back from that scoreline. However, they made their way into the overtime, it looks like. And yeah, Mouse Sports won 16-13. Thanks, Dampty, for helping out in letting those guys know. And yeah, top of everything, my CSGO breaks down. So we'll quickly bring that up again. But yeah, LGB drawing that game at 15 on Inferno. I don't know what the overtime was like in this matchup, but I will keep you posted on that match. Now let's move back to ESC against unu.AiN just to see if we have any new movement over there. We just keep switching servers back and forth, don't worry about that. Oh yeah, we have Mousebots against Playing Ducks on Cash. It is the semi-final. But ESC against unu.AiN is so close as well. Guys, help me. I need your voice. Do you want to see Mousebots against Playing Ducks, or do you want to see ESC against unu.AiN? Playing Ducks is Kirby, Keith, KZY, Crispy, and Tapson. And Mousebots is of course Chris J, Legia, Trably, Gobby, and Sonics. Make your voice heard right now. And yeah, we got some action on ESC against unu.AiN again. And I will quickly... There we go. Is this actually... wait. They have lost connection again. What an unlucky turn of events that is. And as actually, unu.AiN was the team to have to wait 1.5 hours for Orbit, because Orbit was DDoSed. Then unu.AiN played Orbit, and Orbit got DDoSed again. And then they had a server issue, and the whole Orbit against unu.AiN match dragged on for another 1.5 hours. And now they have problems again, and none of those problems have been related to unu.AiN, but always to their opponents. What an unlucky team. Let's give unu.AiN a quick shout out, guys. Thanks for hanging on to this qualifier, and thanks for performing like you do right now. I hope the very best for you, and of course for everybody else that participates in those qualifiers. It is the first qualifier. The second one will happen tomorrow. And 3 teams of each of those qualifiers will move on to the closed qualifier that will be played with the addition of Hellraisers and Epsilon, who have qualified thanks to being the last 2 teams of the previous FACEIT League. And the closed qualifier will be played after Sunday. So it will be Monday, Tuesday, maybe even Wednesday. I hope you enjoyed the show so far. Make sure to follow me on Twitter. And of course, follow me on Twitch too. It would be appreciated a lot. And if you have anything to tell me, just drop me a private message on Twitch. I will read them after the stream. And I will, of course, try to answer you as soon as possible if you have any questions for me. And thanks, Lottie, for putting up that straw poll. Let's see what it says. 4-3. It couldn't be closer. But let's switch again. We have the other right. Simply Manny, you sadly can't lower the quality at the moment because I'm not a partner on Twitch. And oh, we are set to go again. Because I'm not a partner on Twitch right now, and it gets enabled after you have, when you have a certain number of viewers, it gets enabled, and if you don't have that number of viewers, it doesn't get enabled. So that's the reason why you can't choose the quality. Hey, Even! Thanks for tuning in, man. ESC against unu.AiN 9-10, and unu.AiN on the CT side on overpass with a rifle round against a 4 spy by ESC. They have an AK that looks like it was saved from the round before. And Mouse has this AK, and he's not entering the bomb site as the first player. In fact, Rellin was the bait, and Mouse got the refrag, makes it a 4v4. And the CT's on a desperate move to reinforce the A bomb site, but they get traded once again. The bomb gets planted. Great effort by the terrorists, and Innocent actually puts down SMF. Now it's a 2v2 situation. Make that a 1v2 thanks to MSL's effort as Sparrow gets another frag onto Funds. It is a 1v1 situation. MSL tries to fake the bomb. He successfully faked Sparrow and Peekin, but Sparrow hides away. And now MSL is on the hunt, and Sparrow gets the kill. Great job by ESC, winning that safe round. And 3 frags by Sparrow with the Tech 9. 10-10 now. ESC is not giving up on that match at all, and they force the CTs on a save right now. So the momentum completely swung to the other team, and that game couldn't be more close, in my opinion. as unu.AiN had a really good terrorist side. Now ESC looks like they might start off with a great start. Yeah, they start off with a great start, and I start off with bad English, but unu.AiN with a good spray against Sicilian SMF and funds, making it an early 5v2 situation. Rallen gets another frag onto MSL, and unu.AiN completes his 4k round by shooting the Hunden. 11-10, ESC gets the lead, and unu.AiN back on rifles, even though they only have 3 FAMASs, no AWP for the CTs. And on the other side, we have a Galil for Minis, which is not the strongest weapon, but let's check out the scoreboard for a second. 17 frags for RMSL, 16 for SMF. On the other side, we have Rallen and unu.AiN on 20 frags each, doing massive work for their squad. And ESC now pushes forward into the A direction. Sparrow gets the kill onto Asilian, but Hunden with the refrag. Hunden with another one onto unu.AiN, making it a 4v3 situation, even though ESC looked very strong at the beginning of this round. Now the Polish side needs to figure out how to overcome the last remaining 4 CTs, who are now spread out, 2 on the B bomb side and 2 on A. Minis and Rallen still on A, working together as Mouse tries to find an opening to the B bomb site. Minis is now rotating to B to accompany his teammate, and they want to sell a fake or actually move Rallen as a delayed attacker to the B bomb site, and that's what it looks like. Rallen will join his teammates on the B attack. Mouse now is very hesitant on the opening, allows the CTs a lot of time to circle around and get the rotation going. SMF with the opening frag. MSL closes out Mouse, leaves Rallen alone on B. Short, and he gets himself the frag onto MSL, but that was just a small effort as Hunden gets his 3rd frag. Important kills by Hunden, shutting the door on the A aggression as the terrorists were making their way into A short. And then he closed out the last man as well. 11-11 between the Danish side of unu.AiN and ESC from Poland. Sparrow. Yeah, I always mistake him for Sparzo. Or, yeah, I think it was Sparzo. And look at that flash play by Asilian. Even though the spray wasn't perfect, he still got the 2 frags. And that was what mattered in this round. MSL, another nice flash play onto Mouse, disposes of him with a 2v5 situation. The terrorists don't really have too many chances to regain the lead against the Danish side of unu.AiN, who are now picking up the pace on the CT side, making themselves shine in the FACEIT Spring League qualifier number 1. And I hope you enjoy this game as much as I do. It is quite late already, but this just keeps me on my heels. And ESC keeps the CTs on their heels as well, forcing a 3-man stack on the A bomb side, just to keep Minis and unu.AiN to plant the bomb, as Sicilian is now trying to spot somebody from the back. He is of course low on HP, so that's why he's as cautious as he is. Just moved himself into good position to ambush the terrorists on a rotational play. And actually, he now missed them completely. He should have eavesdropped on their movement, and he should turn around, and there he is, lining up the shots, gets the better of unu.AiN, and now it's only Minis standing for the terrorist side with 8 seconds on the clock. There's not much left to do except for saving that AK for the next round, and the CTs are already coming in from every direction. The time will run out. Minis behind that wall gets tagged from every direction, but he holds on to his AK with a frag onto MSL and the pure praying skills. Please, dear Lord, let me stay alive in this situation. And he stayed alive, carries that AK to the next round. And we already saw ESC putting a strain to the CT's defense with 1 rifle in the hands of Mouse, when actually Sparrow got himself 3 kills with a Tech 9. Let's see if ESC is able to pull an upset again. They definitely are able to do that if they need to. And the Danes are going for a very defensive setup. Look at that line of defense on the A bomb side. SMF and MSL on the same line on B bomb side. Nobody is going for a peek. And it looks like we have another connection problem on the terrorist side. Mini still tries to make it happen on A. Spotting those two CTs, but not connecting to the heads. Hunden down to 35 HP. Now Minis gets a frag onto Hunden, who was silly enough to peek again, and there Mouse and Sparrow go. Leave their three teammates alone, and what an unlucky turn of event. We need to get a backup of that round, as even though it was a save round for ESC, they had that AK and they could have made it happen with a few opening kills. Now Fans and Lucilian close the door to the terrorists, make it 13-11, and I really hope that we will get a backup on that round. And even Lucilian says it sucks. And it really is unfortunate for ESC. They are performing not too bad, and those connection problems just add to the frustration of the players. They are currently struggling on the terrorist side. They had the opportunities, they couldn't make it. Then they get two players that constantly get disconnected from the server, and at some point it makes every mind crack. And no Surberry, it doesn't look like they are DDoS, they just lose connection to the server. I will give you the message that Innocent said. They are lagged again. So no real signs of DDoSing. Because usually if you get DDoS, it more or less builds up. You first have a few stutters on your movement, and your ping shoots high like a rocket, and then you disconnect. And it looks like it was more or less an instant lag out for the two players. And SMF says it's not fair, but there's no real possibility for us to replay that match, as we have other teams waiting for their opponents. And well, so welcome everybody to the stream. If you don't know me, I'm Dabu from Germany, and you are watching the FACEIT Spring League qualifier number 1. Tomorrow there will be another qualifier who will determine the other 3 teams that move on to the closed qualifier, called the qualifier final. And in the qualifier final, Hellraisers and Epsilon are waiting for their opponents to see who will move on to the actual FACEIT Spring League with, I don't know how much money, but last FACEIT League offered 50,000 euros up for grabs for the winner, so there's a lot at stake for the teams. So let's see if there's any action going on the mouse sports match. As whenever I try to connect to the mouse sports match, they're coming back to the server. So there is Unconnected coming back. Should be a matter of seconds until we have a 5-man lineup on ESC again. Yeah, we have a pause because ESC is losing connection to the server, and it happened twice in this match already. But we still stay with this match as it is amazingly close. And I really hope that ESC is not letting those problems get to their head. and it doesn't throw them off their balance. As they are on the terrorist side, they need to make it happen, and they try to do that with 2 AKs. As the game goes live again, I welcome everybody that tuned in. I'm the Boo from Germany, and if you want to hear more of me, just follow me on Twitter. I will keep you posted. 2 Tech 9s for Minis and Sparrow. On the other side, we have a full buy for the CTs, and they don't have an AWP, but it didn't hurt them in the past rounds. Let's see if it will hurt them now. SMF gets the opening frag. Another one just saves his teammates back as MSL gets dropped by Innocent. Hunden gets another frag onto Rallen, and it leaves Minis alone against 4 CTs. And maybe the momentum completely broke on ESC. I won't jinx them, but it does not look like they still have the spark that it needs to win the game in the end. ESC now in a safe situation. unu.AiN with a really good chance to make it 15-11, and then the Polish side needs to pick themselves together. They kind of need to press the pause button on their minds and just say, okay, it's a new game, let's start over. We have a rifle round, and then just win 4 straight rounds and force an overtime and then punish the Danes. Let's see if ESC is capable of doing that. Sparrow with a refrag onto a Cillian who dropped his teammate Rallen on the A bomb site, but look at unu.AiN already moving in from behind. Mouse will be dropped by MSL, and Sparrow and Minis will suddenly be the last man standing on the terrorist side. SMF with a peek, got the information, then retreated again and waited for the terrorists to return to the position. Great job by SMF, patient play, and that rewarded him with a crucial frag. Sparrow now the last man standing against 3 CTs, and it looks very dark for the Polish side. Funds will put him down and out of his misery. unu.AiN with a 15th round, but they said it themselves. Hunden, SMF, everybody said it, that it is not fair, that it was, you know, it wasn't really fair, and it was not good that the Polish players lost connection. It wasn't good for the game, and the Danes realized that, and they really respect their opponents. Maybe ESC will punish them for that, as they have one last chance to draw that game into their favor. Minis with an AWP, and he had an amazing double shot with that weapon already. Even though it was on the CT side, he is definitely able to pull off some magical things with that scope. And of course he needs some CTs to run into that crosshair, and at the moment unu.AiN are playing it very passively. They have switched their setup. 2 A defenders are in the bank and 3 at B. And ESC needs to figure out a way to overcome that defense setup. As a Cillian puts down Minis on the A bomb site, the CTs will probably rotate one player towards a better position to be quick to the A bomb site. And that is what Hunden was doing right now. As ESC is inching forward to be short, they want to open up on that bomb site. A good call by ESC in mid-round to actually keep attacking the B bomb site, even though they have lost a player on A, and MSL now puts an end to Innocent. MSL with another one onto Sparrow. It is a 2v4 situation as 2 more players drop, and ESC will call it a good game already, as Rallen and Mouse still have some fight in there. It is Mouse to get the better of Hunden, make it a 2v2. A Cillian with 17 HP, and Mouse now in a 2v1 situation. Funds is down to 17 as well, and the bomb is planted in favor of Mouse, who is still in a good position to defend the bomb from being defused. He kind of expects somebody to be in his back, but they are both in front of him, and now the bomb gets defused, and there is a Cillian to get the AWP kill. Great effort by ESC despite their problems, but unu.AiN will make it 16-11 in the end and move forward to the next round of this FACEIT League qualifier. And unu.AiN had a lot of problems in this tournament already. They had to wait roughly 3 hours for Orbit. It was 1.5 hours just for Orbit to finish their first game, and then the match between unu.AiN and Orbit lasted 1.5 hours as well. And now they had some trouble against ESC as well. It looks like the Danish squad is cursed, or more or less the opponents of the Danish squad are cursed. Let's see if it will happen in the next game as well, as we will see if we get another IP. The Mousesports against Playing Ducks is underway, so we will switch to that game real quick and then see if unu.AiN will meet another opponent anytime soon, or if they are once again cursed to wait for more than 1 hour.